In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to solve complex fraction. So let's define what is a complex fraction first. So a rational equation which contains fractions in the numerator and or the denominator the denominator is called a complex fraction. So this one that you see on the board is an example of complex fraction. So we have let's have the parts of this first. So here, this is what we call the blue line, is what we call the bar. And we all know that this part is the numerator. And this part below is the denominator. And this part is called the minor denominator. This part and it's called the minor. That one. And also you tell this part is the minor denominator. So let's solve some problems. Now this one will be tricky. So we have three sets of fractions here, which is this one, this one, and this one. Now, how would you identify that there is that part and that part of a fraction? So we have a smaller bar, a, a longer bar, and an even more longer bar. So the even more longer bar. So we need to do them from smaller to longest. From smaller to longest bar. So we need to solve this one first. This part of the fraction. Now, let's solve 1 minus 1 half. 1 minus 1 half. Now, we can actually change 1 to 2 over 2 so that we have like denominators. So, since 2 over 2 is still equal to 1, now what we have left is 1 half. Since 2 minus 1 is 2 and the denominators, you can just copy it. So we have 2 over, so this part will equal to 2 over 2 over 2. Do you get me? Yeah. So oh, I forgot, it's not 2 over 2, it's 1 half, by the way. 1 over 1 half is 1 half, so it's 2 over 2. Okay, this is getting quite confusing now. So we need to solve this part of the fraction next. So we have 1 over 2 times divided by 2. Now how are we gonna solve that? So we can use this, we need to reciprocalize. So yeah. So since we have an invisible 1 here, so that would be 1 half times 1 half, giving us 1/4. So this part of the fraction now is 1/4 over 2. Now 1/4 divided by 2 is this. 1/4 times the reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. Since we're just gonna flip it. Now that will equal 1/8. So that's it. So the answer for this problem is 1/8. Now this. Now we're gonna solve this part of the equation first, and next is we're gonna solve the next part. So here, let's copy this one. So let's solve it. So we need to make the denominators the same. So since we don't have an x minus 3 here, let's multiply x minus 3 here, and don't forget to multiply the top part also. And since we don't have x plus 3 there, we're gonna have x plus 3 on the other side. Now we have x minus 3, x plus 3, plus x minus 3, x plus 3. Now let's distribute 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. And since this is 1, let's just copy x plus 3. Now we can combine them on a single fraction now, since they have the same denominator. And now let's add the like terms. So 3x plus x is 4x, and negative 9 plus 3 is negative 6. And now let's just copy the denominator. So this is the simplified this is the answer of the top part of the fraction. Let's copy it here. So this one equals this one. Now let's solve the denominator of the fraction. So let's remove this part, and we're gonna solve this part. So we can simplify since this is a difference of 2 squares. So we have 4 over x minus 3, x plus 3, x minus 3. If you wonder how I got that, you're just gonna, since this is a perfect square number, you're gonna just take the square root of x squared and 9. So square root of x squared is x, and the square root of 9 is 3. Now since we don't have x plus 3 on this part, but we have x minus 3 on both parts, we're just gonna multiply both parts by x plus 3. Don't forget to, the denominator also need to multiply the same so that the values change. So we can distribute 4x. 4 times x is 4x. 4 plus 3 is 3 minus 2. Minus 1. Now since both of them have the same denominators, we can now copy it. Now we can change this, so we have add the like terms. So that will be, oh, I forgot. I'm wrong. Since we distributed this, 4 times positive 3 should be positive 12. Now add like terms, so I have 4x minus 11 over x minus 3, x plus 1. Okay. Now we can use the reciprocal method. So first copy the the numerator, and multiply it by the reciprocal of the denominator. This should be 1. This is 1, not 2. Now as you can see, since these and these are the same, you can just simply cancel it. Now what you have left is 4x minus 6 over 4x minus 11. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching and